Museum Island lies in the middle of Berlin, but it's slightly removed from the hustle and bustle of the city center. Behind the Lustgarten begins an architectural ensemble that was created over the course of 130 years. The first of the 5 buildings was the Alte Museum, designed by Karl Friedrich Schinkel, which opened in 1830. And it becomes clearest that this is an island in the River Spree when you see the Bode Museum at the other end, rising above the river almost like a moated palace.
What's unique about Museum Island is the buildings, the museums themselves. 5 buildings that have made museum history, not only with their structural design, their architecture from Schinkel to Chipperfield, but also with their presentation, the way they display their exhibits. And they're also unique as far as their collections are concerned, outstanding collections of European and Middle Eastern art and cultural history from prehistoric times, the Stone Age, you might say, to the 19th century.
The newest building on Museum Island also attracts the most visitors. Last year, 1.3 million tourists came to the Pergamon Museum, which opened in 1930. The idea behind it is still fascinating. Lit only by daylight, reconstructed works from antiquity, such as the Pergamon altar, create a realistic impression of the grandeur of past civilizations. Archaeological excavations, especially around 1900 during the reign of the German Emperor William II, brought new treasures to light, like the market gate from the Greco-Roman city of Miletus. Although the Ishtar Gate with the processional way from Babylon was reconstructed from fragments of colorfully glazed tiles found in heaps of debris and mounds of sand, it's still very impressive.
This is unique. I think I'm a big fan of the British Museum and I've been to the Smithsonian, but this place is unique. I love it.
I wish we had more time to spend here and to see all of them, but we were very impressed.
It's impressive how beautifully preserved these art treasures are.
Next year, the Pergamon Museum will close for alterations and renovation. A new visitors center will also be added here. Just as Museum Island has grown over the course of many years, it will continue to change in years to come. The colonnaded courtyard in front of the Old National Gallery has again become a sort of island of its own on Museum Island, a place to relax and reflect. And the colonnade leads visitors to the Neues Museum, after the Pergamon, the most popular museum on the island. Not reopened until 2009, it's especially fascinating because of its architecture. For nearly 70 years, the building was a ruin. The designs of David Chipperfield make the history of the damage it incurred and its new beginning visible. The undisputed number 1 among the many treasures in the Neues Museum is the bust of Nefertiti. The iconic work is part of the extensive Egyptian collection.
I felt like maybe I was in an Egyptian courtyard.
Beautiful. Excellent. Nefertiti is a piece of art.
The architecture of the whole building, it's like very good, but also the sculptures and all the things you get to see inside a museum, that's also great.
Each building on Berlin's Museum Island has its own character and its own treasures. Like the sculpture collection in the Bode Museum. Museums don't have to be places of quiet art appreciation. That's clearly demonstrated by productions such as this one of Mozart's opera, The Marriage of Figaro. And enjoying the view of the Spree and the city is the perfect way to end a day on Museum Island.